And I think that part of what it means to be white is it means never having to say you're sorry, but it also means never having to admit that to be white means something different than to be a person of color, and that there is an experience that you have that is very different from what the experience of people of color is.
I'm sure that there were many times that I felt that people of color were being mistreated. Probably when I was in my late teens, going down to basically black areas and seeing the cops around a lot. We'd go down there and dance and see the police around. But I don't think there was a lot of awareness. It was more just a numbness. It doesn't happen to me. It doesn't happen in my area. And so, that's somebody else's problem.
For years, I've said, why do these guys have such a problem being a color? Why can't they just be individuals and go out and make a place for themselves?
What's your answer?
And I hear you saying that we whites don't allow that we keep you down. Why aren't we just humans? I mean, why aren't we just...
I think what it means to be white, in part, is that you have the privilege of blaming people of color for their own victimization under white supremacy. I've heard you say that to me. I've heard you say that to him. I've heard you say that to him. I've heard you say it to him. I've heard you say it to every person of color in the room who challenged your perception of yourself in the world. That is part of what it means to be white.
Maybe that's brothers.
There's a way in which American and white and human become synonyms. That why can't we just treat each other as human beings? To me, when I hear it from a white person, it means, why can't we all just pretend to be white people? I'll pretend you're a white person, and then you can pretend to be white. Racism gets looked at as a person of color's problem, and it's not. We're like on the receiving end of the problem, but we are not the problem. And in fact, racism is essentially a white problem. And that for you to understand what racism is about, you're going to be so uncomfortable. You're going to be so different from who you see yourself to be now that, there's just no way for you to get it from where you're sitting. When you say that your ethnicity is American, there is no American ethnicity. You had to throw away your ethnicity to become American. That's what it means.
How you doing today? Good. Come on back here. Keep your hands out of your pocket. Keep your hands out of your pocket, sir. Sir.
You goddamn it! Here I am. Shoot my fucking ass.
Come here.
Here I am. Here I am.
Sir.